yeah, I've just been out for a drive, and as you can see, I've stacked it into a bush. That's me there. I won't be able to get around to show you the cracked windscreen and the airbags, both gone off. Whacking great dent. The front left wheel is knackered. Scrapes all the way down both sides. You know, that'll teach me to drink and drive. No, actually, that's not me. I didn't put that there. It's just something I think it's noteworthy, very noteworthy. This is my road, nice and suburban. You know, that car there. Last night, you might have seen my might have seen my Q&A videos that should be uploading at the moment, or you know, in these next few days, or have already been uploaded. And you might notice that I've been out when I was recording those Q&As. I'd been out earlier, came home, had a few beers as well. Continued to have a few beers while I was doing my Q&A. I ended up going back out. So I came back home and it was pretty late, and I thought I'd go and have a quick mooch around on Tinternet. And about half one, I had a bit of a crunch outside. Not so much actually, but I was aware that something was going on. I looked out and I saw this car parked right across our drive. What the fuck's going on here? Saw two blokes getting out. I went out to have a look. Realised these two blokes had stacked it into a bush, and they both got out, and they're both like looking really groggy, obviously because the airbags had gone off. So it was a pretty significant crunch. And I said, "Is this your car?" And he didn't reply. "Is this your car, mate? Because I'm going to take the registration number," because they were trying to drive away. And I go, "No, it's my friend," because he was Dracula. No, I'm guessing he was Polish, Eastern European. There's quite a few Polish people around here. And they just stacked it and go, "No, it's my friend's." And then I think they just walked off down the road. Obviously, it was nicked. They were two carjackers. And then just sort of sauntered off down the road looking groggy. And one of them was holding his head going, "Oh." And this all happened about 1:30 last night, and all the neighbours all came running. "Oh, what's going on?" And the weird thing is, they all came from miles up the road, all the way up there, I think, one guy said, and all the way down there, and said, "Oh, I heard it from all the way up there." And the thing is, I'm sat right here, and it's gone into my bush, and I've barely heard anything. I was just sort of a vague sensation that something had happened outside. Really weird. And because we live on a hill, it's quite a steep, it's sort of like the foot of a hill, and this bit here is the steepest bit, and cars, but it's like on a bend as well, and cars can often take it really, really fast, and the hill will sort of put them off guard, keep drivers off guard if they're driving too fast. And I think these two morons were drink driving as well, because there's a few empty cans in the front in the passenger seat, and a £1 coin on the floor. Do you reckon I'm within my rights to go and claim that £1 coin on the floor, like compensation? But the fuzz turned up, and it's not been reported stolen. So it's up to me to get onto the council to move, because I doubt they've totaled all the bushes, but see the scrapes. Yeah, there's a big dent there, and a whacking great where there's a whacking great crack smash in the windscreen where the airbag's gone off, passenger seat airbag. Yeah. But yeah, the fuzz turned up. I had to tell them, because I spoke to the carjackers. I had to tell the fuzz, the Rozzers, that I'd spoke to the carjackers, and I had to sort of give a mini statement. And because I was, it was such a weird, bizarre scenario, because I was still pretty rat-arsed, because obviously I'd been out quite early, come home, had a few beers while I was doing my Q&A, and then gone back out, and so I was pretty trolleyed, and I'm still feeling hungover now, actually. And so I was standing there trying to conceal the fact that I was rat-arsed whilst talking to the fuzz. But, yeah, and I found myself trying to flirt with the policewoman, because she was quite sexy, actually. I quite liked the uniform. It really did it for me. She was quite, and then so I went back inside, closed the door, and they were still doing all their stuff. And they knocked on my door about 2ish, and said, "Oh no, it's not been reported stolen, so you're going to have to phone the council." And she was with her buddy, this bloke, and he went, "Have you got the internet at all?" I went, "Yeah, just about." So, because I was a little bit drunk, I found myself trying to flirt with the policewoman, and then I was trying to take the piss out of the policeman. Probably not a good idea, but there you go. I thought I'd just show you that, and I'll put it in with some pickups, because they're, worthwhile pickups as well. Always a bit of drama to go on with the pickups. Wow. Grand Theft Auto Special Edition of pickups. Woo! It's a Volvo, if anybody's interested. And it cut the road, up a couple of 3 cars down the road actually, on the bend. And obviously no insurance, and they're pretty pissed off people. All my neighbours have been out, That's Ken's house there. My neighbour down the road has been on The Weakest Link, and he fluked it to the last 3. And he's like he's bald as a bald egg, and she really ripped the piss out of him. He was out as well. He was the one who called the fuzz. Trust him to call the fuzz. There you go. I'm going to get back to the pickups. I couldn't say how long I've been talking for. But there you go. That was interesting, isn't it? Look at that. When I finish with you, I'm going to get on to the council, so I'll crack on with the good stuff. Let's hope I can get this in first time. Come on, baby. And there you go. Lovely. These aren't in order. Let me put them on my little pickups chair. Get them all arranged. I've got a parcel actually, an eBay package, but I've already opened it, and but I'll put it back in the package just because there's something else that I wanted to talk about as well. So, wow. Hello again. That was a bit of drama. Not a lot happens around here. It's pretty boring. But when it does happen, it happens with a crunch. There was a gun siege up my road years ago. Somebody had a shotgun, held people hostage. Weird. You wouldn't think that this sort of thing goes on in my area. Actually, I remember it makes my area sound like Dodge, because I think one of my very, very earliest videos, I told people that I discovered a house of ill repute within a bus ride from my house. There's also a gun shop. So if you put those 3 things together, the Grand Theft Auto, the gun shop and the house of ill repute, it sounds like I live in Dodge, or I live in San Andreas somewhere, but I don't. I live in North London. Right, enough of that. Purchases. Starting off from CX, Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. I just want to say thanks to Craig Sherry, because he remembered from a while back that I was after this, and he said he got hold of a copy and he was willing to send it to me, which I really appreciate. But the thing is about this game, it was sort of my Everest. I was gonna die before I didn't get my hands on this. So it was definitely one that I was gonna have to track down. So unfortunately, I had to turn down Craig's kind offer, because I was determined to get it myself. Because because it wasn't going to beat me, because I've had history with this game. And then lo and behold, one turned up in the local CEX, because I don't think there are any at the moment. And because this has just sort of disappeared, it's really difficult to find. And the poorer cousin, or the poorer of the two Tales and Symphonia games, I think, but still obviously worthwhile having. And strangely, I've just realised that it's Wiimote and nunchuck only. You can't use a GameCube controller or a classic controller. But it's a pretty good nick actually. The case might need a bit changing because it's a bit rough, but not too bad. No, I pretty much covered this with some exchange credits. I think I exchanged Animal Crossing, the Wii Animal Crossing that I got a few weeks ago, and that Art of Fighting, because that got me a few pennies. Art of Fighting, and because it was shit, in other words. I didn't want to keep it. I thought, it looked pretty good. I tried it and it was bobbins. It was cobblers. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to trade that in, and I pretty much covered the cost of this, because this was 25 quid. I think I ended up paying in total £12, £13, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, in total, and got, obviously, was able to cover it all in credit. So, chuffed to the max. Right, I forgot what order this all comes in. Actually, no, I haven't. I remember now. Remembered. Which one first? This one. Hey! House of the Overkill hand cannon. For $2.99. I got this in a Game Station. Obviously, Game Station, as you can see, Game Station. In Walthamstow. And I was actually on my way out, and I just took a look in the window. I always take a look in the window, because they quite often in Game Stations they have all their good stuff in the window, all their retro stuff, or a lot of retro stuff. But this obviously isn't retro stuff, is it? And yeah, and saw it. $2.99. That was a sort of a no-brainer. I didn't have to think about that, because I know they can be pretty pricey on eBay, annoyingly. And when you add in the cost of postage, it adds up. So $2.99 is an absolute no-brainer. And now I can play. I've got House of the Overkill, and I can play it properly. Now I've had a go, and it's pretty good. I enjoy it. The only problem is, it's an absolute bitch to calibrate the Wiimote. I can't get it. It took me about 10 minutes, and it sort of took the edge off, because I was quite excited to play the game, to use the gun. And the gun's good, but it's heavy as well. With the Wiimote, sort of a Wiimote sits about there, and it's heavy. And so you almost have to use two hands. But it's just a bitch to calibrate. But when you do eventually calibrate it, the game's good. There's some mini games that are just hard as nails. But I'd like two of these so I can have a bit of dual wielding. But the reload bit's a bit awkward. It's difficult with the game, because to start off with, especially because the first gun you have, I think it's a Magnum, and I think it's only got a Magnum of 6, a magazine of 6, sorry. 6 bullets, and then you have to reload, and you reload by shaking the Wiimote or shaking the gun, and it's a bit cumbersome, and it takes a while to reload, and you get your arse kicked in the meantime. But I think just with accuracy, with sort of continued play, I'll improve, and with accuracy will get better as well. So go around so like that. Put that like that, just like that. And also in Walthamstow the same day, went all the way down to cash converters, because it's miles away. It takes ages. It's just all the way down the high street, and it's quite away from everything else. But sometimes it's worth it. It hasn't been recently, but today it was. Oh, not today, but the time it was. I got another godhand. I've just noticed my nosy neighbour, the one who went on the weakest link. He's just He's just looking in the window, and if I know him, he's going to come and knock on my door, and that'll really piss me off. He'll interrupt me. Better not, because he's a really irritating dude. If I can, I'll get him on camera, but I don't think I'll be able to. I've got a God Hand, or upside down. 199. It's my fourth copy of God Hand. I think Fate Hybrid had 3 copies, so I'm winning. I've got 4. Not got 4, had 4. So this is an eBayer. Yeah, it's cynical, isn't it? It's cynical, but there are other things I need to pay for. And my Saturday rounds at the charity shops has come up trumps yet again. I'm on a bit of a Saturday morning purple patch. Here's my neighbours scanning the car. Go away! He's such a boring bastard. If I was ever able to get on camera, you'd notice. He's not coming up. Don't come up. Don't come up. Go away. But sorry, I'll concentrate. No, the Saturday morning charity shop run has come up trumps again. I'll show you why. I've got 4 games here, dirt cheap as well. Or one of them especially dirt cheap. Well, they're all dirt cheap, if I'm honest. First one, they're all from the same system. You'll see what it is. Street Racer for 50p. It's from Oxfam, and so that surprises me on Oxfam, because Oxfam can be really expensive. I think certain branches get in valuers, and those branches can be absolutely incredibly expensive, just ridiculously expensive. But luckily this is quite a local one, so it was, you know, their pricing can be erratic, put it that way. But 50p for Street Race, I don't know how good this version is. I know other versions are better. I think I used to have the Amstrad version. I'm positive I did. I'm not sure, but it's all complete and really nice nick. And these are obviously all from the same person, because they're all somebody who looks after their games really nicely. But I'm not complaining. Which order shall I bring these out? This order. Number 2, Earthworm Jim. Again, really nice nick and all complete. And there's, I think, actually there's something I've got to show you in one of these other games. They're all complete. They're all slightly, really nice nick. The only maybe downside is sort of they're slightly yellow, but that just comes with age, isn't it? So that's my only gripe, but I'll be sort of foolish to complain. Another 50p, Earthworm Jim. Nice to go with Earthworm Jim 2, so I've got both now. Third, I've got 4 in total. Super Street Fighter 2, which is really nice to have. Something that I noticed when I was scanning through the manual. I'll get it out. It's quite funny, you'll like this. I just noticed something else as well. That's really funny. That's really funny. I like that. Someone's a cheeky boy. Where are we? Start off with this one. Look. Someone's written Cammy's vital statistics. There's no vital statistics for any of the other characters bar Cammy. And I've just noticed, I didn't notice before, apparently Cammy's 34, 22, 35. And then Chun-Li, who is 34, 22, 35. I think it's the same, isn't it? Chun-Li. So I wonder who it was who put those in. Some cheeky lad. Funny, that is funny. Someone's insistent on having vital statistics of female characters. Can't complain. It's funny. And the best one of the 4, and a game that I always wanted as a nipper when I had a Mega Drive originally, but obviously you could only ever afford a few. It'd be interesting to see. I remember it had a really good critical reception back when it was brand new. It looks like a sort of Zelda thing. It's Landstalker, again for 50p. It's just got, some of these have got, yeah, actually this is one I'll show you, this is funny. So it comes from Enfield Toys R Us. $49.97. $49.97 back in the 28th, oh maybe it was a Christmas present, the 28th of November 93. $49.97. So it's, what depreciation is that? That's ridiculous. That's like 100% or something, isn't it? That's amazing. 100%? No. 10,000%. I can't remember. I can't work it out. But that's one of the ones I'm most pleased with. But there you go. That's a nice little batch, that is. And finally, my eBay package. It's all. I've already opened it. Actually, I've just forgotten something that I was going to bring down to show you as well, but I can't be asked now. And it is Kudelka. It's the precursor to the Shadow Hearts games. It's got an interesting battle system. It's sort of like a strategy battle system with only 3 characters. It's less strategy, but uses that mechanic, but not so much a strategy battle system. But it's supposed to be pretty good. It's worthwhile. I think it wasn't expensive. This is a game that can go for peanuts, but can go to sort of like maybe most 15 quid. That would be pretty exceptional if you ever made 15 quid. Normally it's around about the in total 10 quid area, 10, 12, around like that. But I was the only bidder, and the first bid was 4 quid, and I was the only bidder, so I got it for that. And it said mint, and it's not quite mint, but it's pretty good, And the discs are mint. The only problem being, it came quite nicely wrapped actually in this small envelope. It was really secure. It wasn't knocking around. There was tissue paper inside, so it's obviously there's a conscientious seller, and with 2 lots of bubble wrap. It was wrapped in bubble wrap, and there was it's got that envelope, another envelope. It says Hazel Watts, whoever Hazel Watts is, and then there was actually bubble wrap around it, and the case was perfect. The case was spot on, exactly as they said. But then there's 4 discs inside, and 3 of the 4 disc holders were absolutely shot. Obviously, it's happened in transit. It's happened in transit. Try and get you. There's 5. I've been able to save 5 teeth. 5 teeth. Right. There's more knocking around. They were all knocking around inside the case. Well, I've actually swapped it out because I don't know if anyone remembers from quite a while back. Yeah, I was the 5th one. Quite a while back, I found a copy of Final Fantasy VIII, but it didn't have disc 1 or a manual, so I just kept it as spares. And luckily, it's come in handy because I've been able to change out all the innards in the case. So I'm really chuffed. So now it's a spot on. It's a spot on edition. Yeah, it's a spot on version. So I'm not pissed off at the seller, because obviously they're conscientious, because everything they shipped it. They've not really overcharged me, maybe slightly. I mean, I think it was $250 and they've spent $175. So I can't complain about that. It was obviously wrapped well, with 3 layers. Sort of bubble wrap plus a padded envelope, an extra, and an envelope. So they're obviously, and the tissue paper inside. But I think it pays when you're sending stuff off. It pays to go slightly overboard. When you think you've done enough, do a little bit more. Add in something else, because I think as a seller you're obliged to guarantee that it gets to the buyer in the same condition that it was listed. In this situation it didn't, but I think I'm not too pissed. Sorry, got dust. I'm not too pissed off, because obviously I've been able to change it, and I've given the seller good feedback, because apart from that, because they shipped it really quickly. So that's just if anything, the fault is with Royal Mail and their brutal handling. But as a seller, you really need to account for that, don't you? So yeah, wow, what a weird pickups purchases video. Strange dramas. I might give you an update on the crash, the Grand Theft Auto outside. But yeah, I'm over 25 minutes, so this is a long one. So I'm going to cut it off here, and there will be probably, if I've not already uploaded them all together, there will be more Q&A videos coming very soon, and then a whole load more other things. Woo! I'm going to cut it off before it gets to 26 minutes. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you later.